Good evening, everyone, from Rutgers Stadium in Loveland, Ohio. ICRC Sports is proud to bring you tonight's Division II Region 6 Region Championship game between the Loveland Tigers and the Fighting Owls of Mount Healthy High School. Steve Parker with you tonight, and my partner Mike Cease joining me. Mike, big game. Both teams won their league championships, rated number 1 and number 2 in the city in Division II. This is what we expected. We got it right here.
Steve, should be a great game. We watched Mount Healthy play a week ago. A couple of weeks ago. Looked very good in their game. I know Loveland has an excellent team. Should be a little brisk night. The wind's really starting to kick up all of a sudden here, and should play a little bit with a passing game. So we'll see what happens.
Both teams typically get their scoring done on the ground. Coach Fred Cranford's squad 12-0 coming into this game. A very quiet 12-0, Mike. They haven't talked much about them in the press this year, but they were the ECC champions with a 12-0 record in Fred Cranford's first year.
Yes, Steve, they've kind of taken Anderson's place here in the city of Cincinnati in the Division II as far as the big dog the last couple of years, and no different here this year. They've done a great job and have had some very impressive wins, and I'm expecting a very good football game.
Coach R.V. Crouch's squad coming in at 11-1. That one loss coming more than 2 months ago at September 6th, back versus Baden. Middletown Fenwick back on September 6th. So both teams coming in as league championships. Mount Healthy, the champions of the Southwest Ohio Conference, again with a nice 11-1 record, and a heck of a game last week here at Loveland, winning it underneath a minute and a half to knock off Winton Woods, the number 3 seed. So we got the number 1 and the number 2 seeds here for the regional championship.
That's a very good Winton Woods team, a lot of talent there, and that was an impressive win by Mount Healthy. For sure, and that game should have given him a lot of confidence coming in here tonight.
David Montgomery back to kick it off for Mount Healthy. I believe that's Evan Deaver setting up at his own 10-yard line for the Loveland Tigers as we're ready to go here. This regional championship is about ready to get started here. Rutgers Stadium here in Loveland, Ohio. One of the up men gets that kick. He's working up that right sideline and has his feet taken out on him, where the Loveland Tigers going to set up at about just shy of their own 37-yard line, Mike.
Yep, Steve, the little squib kick, I'm surprised he did that. They really had a pretty strong wind at their back there, so I don't know if that was a design squib or he just kind of hit the top of the ball.
So right at their own 36-yard line. Drew Plitt, the sophomore quarterback for the Loveland Tigers, going to work underneath center. He's going to roll right, looking for a read, no place to go as he's
number 12
and knocked down right there by, I believe that was number 32 for Winton
the Owls.
Woods.
Nice play, nice penetration. It looked like he was the only one in there, and he made a nice hit on the play. Was not fooled at all with the misdirection.
Dominique Smith, junior linebacker, in there on that play.
Probably should talk about some of the injury problems Loveland's had. They lost their best senior running back for the rest of the year, and they filled that spot with a junior or a senior with a freshman, didn't they?
Yes, sir. Got a penalty on that play. As Loveland's going to be marched back a few yards.
False start. Number 19 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
So a little couple of early game jitters so far here for the Loveland Tigers. They've set themselves a little bit off schedule here on their first drive.
There you see Plitt in the backfield with him as a senior Gunnar Gamble. And there you see the offensive starters in the line. There's Gamble, Waddell, Hesse, Heath, and Elfers at his skill positions. He's going to drop straight back. He's looking left. Tries to get it to the secondary man who slides out and makes the catch along the sideline. That was number 37, Luke Waddell, who slid out from the halfback position, Mike. Nice play.
Excellent throw there. I think the corner on the that was covering him on the Mount Healthy side, I think he was kind of surprised that throw went out there, but that was a beautiful pass. Just dropped it right over his head, as you'll see here on the replay. Great blocking. Nice catch there. Actually, lucky he hit the sideline there. He had a little bit of room to run.
Eli Cornish was the corner on that side. Now run the fullback into Mount Healthy territory as he's knocked down at about the 45-yard line.
So the Tigers here starting to get it cranked up early.
Yeah, and they like working quickly, Mike.
Usually in these games, it's the team that strikes first has a big advantage, but I've seen Mount Healthy come back both of their last two
Second
games.
man
Oh,
through
boy, look at this hole.
with a big hole, working his way down the left sideline.
He's in.
Waddell, and he's in for the score. Luke Waddell, that's your freshman halfback, Mike.
Boy, he
we were
can
talking
go.
about.
There was a Steve, I think you might have been able to get through that hole.
Mike, they had a nice misdirection on that. We'll pick it up here. Hopefully we'll get that replay. Yeah, we'll get it right now.
Wow.
Again, Waddell just
excellent blocking.
Working his way over. Good blocking on the corners.
Switches the ball in his hand and his left hand, all you youngsters out there.
That's a freshman, guys.
Take a look at that.
The extra point. Evan Burrig, the junior kicker, left footer. Hold is down, kick is up. And it's good. So the Loveland Tigers on the board first with 10:05 to go here in the first quarter. Just a couple of big plays, Mike.
Yes, sir. You know, they got him back in it was 2nd and 20, I think, and that pass really got him going there, and then they put it on the ground, and the offensive line, you really got to give them credit on the drive, especially even on that first pass. He had plenty of time. He double plumped it and dropped the pass over, and then there was a couple runs that were just wide open. I think Mount Healthy's going to have to take a look at that and make some adjustments maybe.
Yeah, the corner, Eli Cornerson that time bit on the run fake, Mike, on that pass play where Gamble got down that left sideline. And he was one-on-one with a linebacker, and of course you expect your halfback to go ahead and beat a linebacker on that type of play.
Absolutely.
That's Max Mather, number 3, in to kick for Loveland.
I think we know that name from the past in high school football and some college around here, don't we?
Absolutely.
Now he'll be booting this into a very, very stiff wind.
So Mather with it teed up. He hangs a high kick out on the far sideline. I think that's number 21, Javier Pitts, who gathers it up.
So we got some laundry on the field.
Yeah, Pitts gets up, looks like over the 25-yard line, and I don't see where there's a penalty going to be called now. Here we go. Here comes the referee.
I think I saw something down there.
Let's see what he says. Yeah, we got a push in the back by Mount Healthy, so that's going to back them up a few yards. As our referee couldn't get his mic going there. So 9:59 to go here in the first quarter. Folks, stay tuned. At the end of this first quarter, we'll give you our Cablecast replay times. Now the referee, I believe, has his mic on, so if the truck would kill that for us. And inside handoff to Davis. He pounds it between the tackles, gets up close to first down yardage as he's knocked down at about the 25-yard line.
Looks like both teams are kind of running the old misdirection. We used to call it the old crossbuck. I don't know what they call it now, but a lot of the plays are going that way. I think we got the ref with his mic on. Steve, I think we got the chain gangs
Yeah, the chain gang.
They're going to have to step up their play as well here in the playoffs.
So first down for the Owls. There you see sophomore quarterback David Montgomery. Jalen Davis, his tailback with him. Montgomery going to keep it himself on a read option. Works on that left side. Met by a host of Loveland Tigers.
Nice play by the defense there, Steve. They were not fooled. It was a kind of a straight-ahead run, power against power, and number 5 in there filled that hole up.
So quickly, after a 4-yard gain, Mount Healthy.
Mount Healthy does not huddle.
Montgomery settling in. Oh, and on the late pitch back, it goes down to the ground. And that's going to be a big old loss as he tried to shovel it back there into number 85.
It's like he might have pitched that a little earlier than he needed to, Steve. No, he got hit. Always a danger when you're playing that option pitch there.
Yeah, he pitched it kind of late, so that's going to set up third and about 17. That quick swing out.
He's going to throw it.
It's a pitch and go. He has a man deep. They go up, and it's incomplete.
Nice play, Steve. He just had outrun his the wideout's arm. That's all. He was open. He gave it all he could get. Actually, a nice play by the
Deshaun Jackson trying to throw that thing down there.
Nice play by
Again, if we can get one of the cameramen to tell the referee that his microphone is on. Going to get a timeout by Mount Healthy as they look like they're a little bit undecided.
Steve, I think on that, that was actually kind of a nice play by the receiver on the Mount Healthy Owls to break that potential interception up. Actually, would have been a nice punt if he would have caught the ball. What I meant, it would have been like a punt if the interception would have been caught. He would have got a nice, probably better field position.
Yeah,
Mount Healthy.
Yeah, because Mount Healthy's, as we know, Mike, their kicking game's been struggling. 8:31 to go here in the first quarter. There's the punt. It's a low driving kick. Fair caught by number 1 on Loveland.
I didn't mean to confuse you there, Steve, on that last potential interception there, but you see where they got the ball, the 45.
Jeff Prifty, yeah, with that
punt.
Yeah, with that fair catch, it comes up at
48.
48. There, here you see, there's Deuce, Jones, Lanier, and Lackey. Jordan Lackey, Danny Johnson, and Jalen Davis, the linebackers for the Fighting Owls. Jones, Wilkinson, Cornish, and Dennis at the cornerbacks. And we're going to get a false start by the Loveland Tigers. Let's hear our referee call that. So he's going to turn it back on now.
It might not be his fault, Steve. He might have the on-off switch reversed.
The green light's on it. Every time he turns it, he thinks he's turning it off. I can see the green light from here as he's turning it back on. So Loveland starting out back in their own territory. Quick handoff inside as he bursts through up to about the 45-yard line, or just over the 50 is the fullback. So that was Gamble working his way in between the tackles. He picks up a solid 4. Looking at 2nd and 10. Gamble trying to work that outside, nowhere to go, as he's surrounded by a bunch of Mount Healthy defenders led by number 52, D'Amico Jones.
Both teams playing hard down there, Steve, right now. They're playing physical and playing tough. Big play.
Huge play right here. Is Dominique Smith, number 32, was also in there on the hit for Mount Healthy. 3rd and we'll call it 11. 7:09 and counting to go here in the first quarter. Straight back drop for Plitt. Tries to get it into Gamble on that little out. Gamble just can't hold on to it.
I think they had that covered there, Steve, though. He was open for the catch, but I think they had him well played behind.
Yeah, Smith was right there with him.
So the Owls' defense stiffens. Thing about this, Steve, though, is Loveland's going into the wind right now, and they've had a little bit of the better of it. We'll see what happens when they switch fields.
Evan Burrig, the junior, with the punt. A low driving kick. Oh, and good punt coverage. But slipping that tackle.
He broke it.
Now he's working his way to the outside.
That's too bad. That was an obvious clip. It's going to come back. The coaches say you got to see the front of his numbers. You're going to see this again on the replay. That's going to be called every time, unfortunately, for the Mount Healthy Owls.
So the Owls are going to be moved back a few more. They're going to be set up right about their own 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. 6:45 to go. Montgomery with Davis just to his left. Inside handoff. Jalen Davis keeps his feet. Knocks a few guys forward, and another flag coming out, Mike.
It's usually not a good sign for the offense. We'll see what the call is. Looks like this might go against Loveland.
Yeah, face mask on Loveland.
So good start to this drive, Steve.
Yeah, ball set right at about the 21-yard line. We'll call it the 22. 1st and 10. Inside handoff. Davis bounces through a few tacklers. Gets up to about the 30-yard line.
Nice.
Leans forward to about the 37.
Nice hard running right there. That was a lot on his own right there by Mr. Davis. Bounced off. Beautiful.
Just keeping him moving. Keeping him moving, keeping leaning forward.
Another 1st down. They really got out of that hole there.
Yeah, now they're working at about the 33. And you see David Montgomery, sophomore quarterback. Pitts on that jet sweep, but I tell you what, nothing doing is number 5 on the defense for Loveland. That's Brian Pop. Just smelled it all the way, came shooting a gap, but he was back there. He almost could have taken that handoff from David Montgomery, Mike.
He came from the right, looked like maybe the right defensive end area or something. He's a linebacker, but came from the right side, left side of the Mount Healthy side of the line.
Big loss. Call it 2nd and 26. I'm sorry, 2nd and 18. Montgomery tries to swing it out there on the wide side.
Looks like there might have been a little mix-up there. Quarterback and the receiver. The receiver was just standing there. It looked like the quarterback thought he was running forward.
Yeah, Mike, you know, there you see the offensive starters. Terrell, Pitts, Young, Williams, and Jackson. So 3rd and 18.
Here's where you don't want to turn it over, Steve. Get what you can get out of there.
Montgomery now. And yeah, Coach Harvey Crouch going to take a timeout. So we'll go ahead and let those nice young men get that timeout. And folks, you know, Mike, it is almost, believe it or not, it's almost time for basketball. Southwest Ohio Official School, Jerry Fick, runs that program a few times. If we can get, there you see there you go.
Okay. Are you saying I can be a referee?
Absolutely.
Steve?
Well, you got to go to the sessions now November 16th and the 25th. Adults and high school students are welcome. And for more information, because again, Southwest Ohio basketball season is getting ready to start, and this training session is approved by the OHSAA, and you can register online at www.officialsmyohiohsaa.org, or for more information, contact Jerry Fick at that phone number we saw listed there. We'll run that again there in the second half so you folks can see that. There you see the defensive starters, Pop, who just made that play, Sackett and Weber for the Loveland Tigers. There's Prifty, Griffin, and Mather, as well as Bo Wee. So here we go. Big 3rd down, 18 yards. Montgomery straight back. He gets drills as he lofts it up, and there you go. There's that interception that you were talking about before.
Did he fumble it? I don't get that. They're saying that's incomplete. He did not catch it, huh?
So, yeah.
It sure looked like a catch from here, but
I guess
he was on top of it.
I guess that's Max Mather back there at free safety playing center field. You see Montgomery go back. Montgomery, as he's leaning back.
No, it looked like it was coming out. Good play by the Owl. The Owl, number 85 for the Owls. He stripped him, I think.
Who?
Number 85.
Montgomery with a high driving kick, probably his best of the season.
Wow.
Outkicks the coverage, and that ball's going to continue to
Look
roll inside the 5, and it's deadening it inside the 3-yard line. Great kick by David Montgomery.
What a kick with the wind. He used it. That was also almost kind of a dangerous move by the guy coming in late with a dive. He hit that ball almost. It was kind of could have kicked that thing into the end zone, but he did not. And Loveland's gonna have to go a long way.
Yeah, but and here they come.
That was a field flip right here.
Yeah, they're ready to go. They're set up at their own 3-yard line. Plitt under center. Second man through is his fullback, number 2, Gunnar Gamble. Gamble gets up to about the 5, where he's then promptly shoved back. He'll pick up. Man, they're only going to give him 1 on the spot. So set up a 2nd and 9.
Steve, we've seen these Owls a couple of weeks ago look like they were dead and come back and win the game 2 weeks ago.
At Withrow, yeah.
The Withrow game, they were down. They didn't look. It looked like they were really in trouble, and they really did a nice job coming back.
Then they rolled off 26 points. And then last week they were down and came back too. So never count those guys out. Loveland on an inside run gets up to about the 10-yard line. So that's going to set up a 3rd and a long 2. .338 and counting. Again, got that
big play here.
T backfield. Gonna roll right. Plitt fires it out there outside, trying to get a man right at the stick. Unfortunately, that receiver couldn't hang on to the ball. think he was trying to get that over there to Alex Hesse, who couldn't quite hold that thing in. So that'll set up a big punt for Loveland. Now, Mount Healthy, if they were looking for field position, looking to get it right here.
Unless something ridiculous happens, the Owls should have it on this side of the field or close to it.
A low driver that's scooped up by the fielder inside the 40. He loses his footing real quick, goes down, but that's great starting field position. Best of the night for Mount Healthy, Mike.
Yes, sir, Steve. Short field, 39 yards to go. They got the wind at their back still for the last 3 minutes and 16 seconds here.
So here comes Mount Healthy. Elliott,
pitch,
who's wearing number 85 tonight. That's Tyree Elliott. Gets around the corner, gets bumped out of bounds at about the 30, just shy of a first down. So I was trying to figure out who 85 was all night, Mike, because Tyree Elliott didn't see him in his number 10.
He's fooled us. He looks like he fooled Loveland on that play, too.
Yeah, did a good job of getting around the corner.
Misdirection play.
So it's going to be second and a short one. Montgomery dropping straight back. Wings it out there quickly.
He had some room, too.
Yeah, Deshaun Jackson, who caught that game winner last week, Mike, just couldn't come up with the handle on that one. So 3:05 to go here in the first quarter. That'll set up a third and about 1.
I like that call, though. Really two-down territory. You got to think it's two-down territory here, don't you?
Yeah, with their kicking game, sure, why not? I mean, their defense has been coming up well all season. Elliott in motion. Montgomery looking for a place to go. He ducks inside.
That's going to be close.
That's going to be real close depending upon the spot, Mike.
I don't think they gave it to him. I thought he got a little bit more forward progress on that, actually.
Yeah, he got past the 30, but not much. So you can see the way that it's lined up with the sticks that he's going to be about a half a yard short. So Montgomery now going to get up underneath the center.
This looks like a quarterback sneak, and
yeah,
somebody moved.
And there he goes.
Somebody moved. I think that's going to go against Loveland. I think the quarterback actually was the one that moved there.
So Montgomery got the lean going on, but unfortunately it's because somebody started a little bit too quick. So that'll back them up 5. It'll be 4th and 5.5.
Well, those are those little 5-yard penalties that just kill you. Drives coaches nuts.
So on 4th down, David Montgomery working out of the pistol. Jalen Davis right next to him. Montgomery looking, throwing left. He does a good job, gets it inside of Tyree.
He's going to go.
That's Tyree Elliott, number 85, on the inside slant. He has to wait for the ball, Mike. Once he gets it, there's nobody near him. He just slices up the defense to put Mount Healthy on the board, 7-6, looking for the point after.
Beautifully designed play here. Wow, there it is. He gets it, and you know what? There's too many black jerseys down there standing around.
Well, they flushed the coverage on the left. Mike pulled the safety over with him, and Elliott just curled it inside. So big extra point attempt here. Elliott gets the hold down. The kick is up, and that kick is good. We're tied at 7.
We got a new ball game here.
Yeah, Mount Healthy, you know, all year, Mike, people have been talking about, you know, this, that, and the other, and all they do, and all Coach R.V. Crouch and his team does is win. Now, Loveland comes in at 12-0, Mount Healthy at 11-1. Both these teams all year have been talked about in the top 5, top 3, top 2 in Division II, and here they are in our regional championship game.
We didn't expect anything different, did we?
Not here at ICRC Sports. There you see the official rankings in Division II, Region 6. So Loveland, again, 12-0, Mount Healthy, 11-1. There's Winton Woods. They lay at the feet of Mount Healthy. And there's Mount Healthy's season schedule as they finish their league 7-0, 11-1 to this point. So they were the champions of the SWOC.
And I'd like to know, this may be the first time that Mount Healthy has made it to a region final. Is that possible?
Could very well be possible. David Montgomery for the kickoff. Again, he's going with that corkscrew kick.
Look out.
Comes up short. Good job by a Loveland player, one of those guys in the front line of just covering that thing up and jumping on it.
Well, they're going to start with the same field position they had on the opening kickoff.
Yeah, they're going to be right at about the 40-yard line, or just shy of it at about the 38, that's exactly where the Loveland Tigers going to set up. 1:44 to go here in the first quarter. Drew Plitt coming out with the play from his coaching staff. Inside handoff, nothing doing.
Somebody knifed through there nicely.
Yeah, they're trying to get Gunnar Gambill, the fullback, rolling through. I tell you what, the Mount Healthy linebackers are some of the most active you'll see in the city, Mike.
They do. They get after it. A lot like Vontez Burfict of the Bengals. They're after the ball carrier once the play starts.
Well, you know what a big fan I am of the Lackey brothers, so.
I do. He might have
Plitt
some room.
Getting his way outside. Oh, and the ball's live, and unfortunately,
no, incomplete.
Yeah, it was being tipped up as the receiver, number 18 for Loveland, trying to keep that thing alive. Jacob Elfers, the tight end.
It looked like the quarterback might have had a little room to run on that play, but he was open. He hit him in the hands. It was a little bit behind him, but very catchable ball. You got to come down with those in the playoffs.
Well, Elfers is he's trying to come down with it. Meanwhile, Jordan Lackey's there driving his shoulder into him, making sure he stays on the ground.
You don't want to bobble it in any league.
So that'll set up a 3rd and a long 9.
Pretty nice throw, though, running to his left.
1:01 to go here in the first quarter. Jet sweep, opposite side. All kinds of running room. Is working his way down the sideline, number 19.
Nice open field tackle there by number 3.
Alex Hesse.
I'll tell you what, there was some nice blocking downfield by one of the receivers as well.
Deion Wilkinson, the free safety, working his way down there to get it. Again, that thing, that misdirection, they just broke that thing clean. I mean, he came around that edge, Mike, and there was nobody there to even put a hat on him. So at the spot, clock will start up. We're at 35 and counting to go here in the first quarter. Second man through, it's Gamble trying to get around the corner, and he's slid down right there. Or I'm sorry, Waddell. As Dominique Smith drags him down. That'll set up a 2nd and about 8 yards. I think Loveland's going to go ahead and just let this quarter expire. So Loveland on the move, Mike, but at the end of 1 quarter complete, our score is tied at 7 apiece. Folks, our cablecast replay times of this